Okay, we are live. बोलना कुछ टेस्ट.
Test.
Ah, all right. So, let me see if I can pull up my score on the stream real quick. 30 was. So, this was my score. Uh, I scored 77% in composition, customizing USD was 83%, and data modeling was 55, and pipeline development was 58. Uh, I think the fucking, you know,
Pipeline development, brother. Data exchange, fucked us. And maybe some customizing USD as well, I guess.
customizing USD I scored 83%.
For me, it was 68, but that was my weak point. I have scored most in the composition.
Yeah, 77% for me.
Customizing USD. Data modeling, 52. Pipeline development, 55.
Hmm. So, I mean, it was a good try, I guess. Nice try, ho gaya. It was a nice
Hmm.
try.
Yeah.
But yeah, so what I'm trying to do is, I'll close this. I'm trying to see what went wrong. So I'm just gonna start a note over here. Acid data type, no, some data type questions, custom plugins, data modeling questions. I'm trying to see what were those questions exactly like. Where is that fucking some data type question, custom plugins, data modeling questions, array data type, array struct data type,
Oh, array and
uh,
dictionaries. Yes. Custom attributes.
option, and asked which was the best data type for
Yeah, this might
what
be correct.
custom attributes, I think.
Oh, no.
What was the question? I don't remember. Data type.
What data types exist in custom attributes?
I What data types exist in custom attributes?
Yes,
I don't think that was the question.
that was a question for me. What kind of data type exists in custom attributes, structs, array, dictionaries, and material,
It's
or something like that.
visibility. What else was there? Plugin related questions. What else? Certificate composition. I think composition we did good. Like I think
Yeah.
composition was all right. Oh yes. What data is lost? What data is lost when you flatten a stage? Do you know this?
Yeah, I know this. Yeah,
What is the
definitely I know
answer?
this.
What is the answer?
Metadata. Metadata.
I don't think that's the. I also I
Yeah,
think I did metadata over there.
yeah, well, let me ask. Yeah, what? Because I did read it. That was in my cheat sheet. That was the thing that I already knew. I already definitely knew that that was going to be the answer, but I will verify it for you. What data
Hmm.
is lost when you flatten the stage? Composition, structure, and forms of variability and indirectness. Let is metadata also lost? It doesn't say metadata. What were the option? Do you remember? What were the other option?
One was scene graph instancing. One was this metadata. One was variant sets, and one was references. I think something like that.
Mm, variant sets are preserved that are selected. Variant set, okay. You said scene graph instancing. What else? Uh, Attributes,
No,
right? Metadata and
not attribute metadata, just prim metadata.
prim metadata and
I think
what was
references and variant sets.
which one is lost? So we did get almost the same questions, I guess.
Did you get this question?
Variant set. Yeah, I did go this question. And variant set, bro. Variant set gets lost, not metadata. Fuck.
Yeah. See, I knew it. Because I did metadata as well because
Uh, Fuck.
your cheat
Dude, that.
sheet fucked you.
Yeah, bro. Let me just check in the cheat sheet once. Maybe I might fuck myself up. Because maybe Claude Code like, yes, brother, I told you, bitch. Go cheat sheet. Yes.
In
What are we
this,
looking for? USD Platin.
and there was this one question. Fuck. Nested G prims.
Oh yeah, nested G prims.
Nested G prims illegal, something like that. G prims illegal.
Oh yeah, it says over here. That's why, dude. I think. Oh no, it says winning opinion debugs using it to debug strength. It is not. Wait, what does this mean? Cross means that all of these are wrong.
material usability questions, ancestor and descendants. So the question, yeah, what uh, are the data you can rely on when an object is in motion, something like this. And then options was position, orientation, velocities, and scale, I think. Something like this. I don't know if I was correct or not over here. And then, hmm, variant set syntax in USDA and Python. Uh, hmm, content aggregation. Bro, let me see my snippet that I took. Composition I scored 77. Content aggregation I scored 76. Composition was 2077. Content aggregation I scored 76, which was model kinds, asset structure principles, and content aggregation, asset modularity, instancing, scheme of instancing, kind extensible, categorization, core kind hierarchy. Oh yes, there was this one question, some node shade something, and what was the question? Oh yes, draw model on extent or something drawable. No,
No,
what?
dude, can we have nested G frames? That is not gonna ever happen. So that was correct.
What?
No, yeah, we cannot have nested G frames. So our answer was correct.
The nested G prims are illegal
Yes, nested G frames are illegal.
for the visibility question over there.
Yes, yes.
Okay, and then there was this one question. We want to change. We want to change the drawable or something, draw model or
Oh yeah,
something.
So we
What
want to
was
change
that?
some bound. It was for bounding. It was related
Yeah,
to bounding. Yeah, a
on
bounding box
extend,
extension.
on bound
Extended.
or something, on
Yeah.
bound or something. Uh, but we are unable to do so. To do so, what is wrong over there? So that question, I am not sure if it was what was the question. Options were something like USD shading, shade.
Shade, extend hints, and something else.
Yeah,
But I did went with extend hints. I think that was a question that I might have gotten wrong.
no, I didn't go with extent hints. I went with some
Oh,
USD
what about?
wall volume.
Oh, yeah, I think USD wall volume. Yeah, I did went with that. Yeah, I think I did went with that. Wait, let me
USD
check.
wall
It says
volume
it's geom
extend
boundable. What did we
missing
had any geom boundable thing?
as option.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
I also don't know what about USD volume.
I just remember this question like
Can it draw? Okay. So where is it? Array structure and data type of option as which was the best data type for custom attributes. Do for custom attributes. Complete
which
that
was the
part.
best data type for. Are
For
you sure it
custom
was custom attributes?
Yes, it was custom attribute. That was the only question that tricked me over there as well. Because we had a couple of options. Hey, did you got the timescale question?
The offset one, 15 seconds, and for that
Yes,
minus
yes.
fives comma zero. Yes, I did get that, and I think mine was wrong.
Okay, so I think one of them was that offset 15. What was the second option that you went with?
The second option was 1 second. I think I went with set time scale. Sorry, set time code for 45
45, right?
second to minus 5 comma
Override.
0 comma 0.
Override. You did override, right?
I think override, yes.
Yeah, I also went with that, but for some reason I was like, I think that could have because any other option, like I was
Time
one
scale
thing, one thing I was not sure that how,
change
can you override on
for
sparse time scale? That was
present time code present for 130 60 and with values as to test the stage with value 0 comma minus 5 comma 0 at time code 45. How to achieve this? It is allowed to affect the other time codes.
dude. Do you think
Hmm,
we should write all of these things because we did sign something over there that we won't share the date, we won't share the quiz
but we're not
information.
sharing with anyone. We're just
But
streaming
dude,
like.
you are screaming right now.
I mean, we're not sharing it with bro. What went wrong? Like, I'm just writing my topics, bro.
No,
That
no,
I didn't.
I'm just giving you what
No,
I remember.
I don't think.
Quiz
Yeah, I know, I know. I don't think this will affect anything.
Wait until you get a lawsuit.
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready, bro. I'm ready. I am. I'm leaking the fucking Pentagon information to 10 lakh people or
Brother,
10
the
million people, right?
lawsuits are lawsuits. It's not about Pentagon information. It's about the
I
thing
am
that
just
you.
writing what went wrong with my quiz, bro, and what I need to work on. Fuck everyone else. I don't give a fuck. We're not sharing it with anyone, bro. And I'm just writing my topic, point instancer, plugin related questions, visibility, variant sets. These are not questions from the fucking quiz. And if you open the Discord,
Uh-huh.
there are people who have already mentioned like same stuff like this.
I see.
Let me see if somebody's asking me in the Discord. Hello everyone. Unfortunately, didn't pass the exam today. Could you please share any recommended sources I should use to study
Is
for my
this
next
you?
test? No, there's somebody else. Someone had, I think, I'll say same here.
Someone unlucky like us.
Yeah, same here. What did you score? Scored 67% overall. Worst performance was in data modeling. What else was the question, bro?
Wait, follow add them purposely. I think the one we did for the time code sample using adding sparsely. Wait, wait, I'm just trying. No, no, that's one.
I don't know
Yes, you can do
why.
that, bro. I think that our answer for that time code sample was correct as well. That was also correct.
I don't know about. Like, I want to see the concept as well, so I'm gonna note it down anyway.
Oh no, no, I was just verifying that if we did it correctly or not. Yes, we did it correctly. Like that was definitely correct. So then I think the one we thought that were correct might be an issue.
Hmm. Yeah, I'm trying to recall the questions that I think I got wrong. So, hmm. Oh no, USD shade node graph. What the fuck is SIGGRAPH?
I don't know.
Content aggregation, how much did I score? Content aggregation, I scored 76%. Hmm. Add a
There were no
new prototype. What?
from no. What, did you remember there was a question regarding velocity
That's what
points?
I've noted over here. See, where is it? Yeah, what are the data you can rely on when an object in motion is in motion,
Yes.
position, orientation, velocities, or scale, or something like that? I mean, I don't know if this was exactly the question. I don't remember,
Yes,
but
this was exactly the question, bro.
I
Like not
think there
rely
was,
on when an object in motion. But
yeah, what can
first, I
you,
what is velocity over there?
like, it was one of the options.
Yeah.
But I'm trying
What?
to remember what else can I get wrong? Kind extensible core, hierarchy, important properties of series.
Bro, velocity was the answer.
Fuck, man.
Velocity is, for
I
instance,
thought
vector.
that I selected positions.
Same. I selected positions as well, but velocity is, for instance, vector that describes how each instance is moving for time. When velocities are authored, USD can use them to compute positions between sample frames instead of only linearly interpolating between position samples. That means velocity of I is typically the motion for instance I in local space, and it is used for motion blur or in between frame evaluation.
Mhm.
Fuck. Fuck, dude, I thought that was a trick question. And I was like, maybe velocity won't be the correct answer, and our option of elimination got failed.
Mm.
Strategy of option elimination.
I told
Fuck.
you it was not a reliable strategy.
Yeah, I know, bro. Velocities. Shit.
Extensible categorization, core kind hierarchy. Geom point. There was one question related to subset, I think. Subset,
Yes, 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 yes.
geom. What was the question? Subdivision. Mm. There was one question for visibility that in like what all prims need to change for only sphere to be visible. So I think in that the answer was world, scope, and cube.
And no cube, no cube won't be an answer over there.
Why,
World
bro?
X,
Because no,
World
because
Experiment scope, World Experiment scope. The
no,
scope was,
bro.
yes,
I
brother.
think you're wrong. The question
Scope was
was,
simple.
brother, listen. I know why you're wrong. The
Uh-huh.
question was only sphere should be visible. If you
Yes,
see say that scope is visible, then the cube in that prim, they have both sphere and cube. So you need to
Oh,
change the visibility of the cube as well. So so that the cube is invisible and only the sphere is visible. That's why I selected cube as well.
the but you only wanted to make the sphere visible. Then why did you selected cube?
Because cube was a sibling. It was not under, like sphere was not under cubes. It was like world.
But wait, but you know what cube was under? Cube was under scope.
Yeah, but I didn't select scope. I selected because X form. I think
So then
because scope
if
was
dude, yeah,
wait. World was
yeah,
invisible
yeah,
and then
do
scope
you,
was invisible
yes,
and then I think that's it. And then they asked what Prim's visibility do you need to change
to
to
make
make
sphere visible.
only sphere visible. So the
Yes,
world would need to become visible,
yes,
right? X form would need to become visible.
yes.
Under that, scope would need to become visible.
Okay, dude. Then you have eliminated your options.
No, wait. X form, we didn't had to choose X form because X form had nothing. Like X form was not given any value for visibility in the question.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So I didn't choose X form. I selected world, scope, and cube.
But why are you selecting cube? Why haven't you selected sphere?
Because, brother, because you need to make cube invisible. If you only want sphere
No,
on the,
you wanted to make cube visible, sphere
sorry,
visible.
sphere visible and
So
everything else invisible.
no, dude, everything was already said invisible. Everything
Bro,
was already
there
yes,
was no
brother.
value, brother, there was no value authored for visibility on the cube. I remember it very correctly.
But
That's why.
but but you remember the inheritance of visibility. If X form is set to invisible, then everything under that prim will inherit that invisibility part, right? So if X form is set to invisible, so sorry, world is set to invisible, then X form is already invisible, right? Okay, you make world first, world visible, right? Now you have updated the visibility. Now anything that comes under X form will be visible. Now since you are skipping X form because it does not have any visibility part, that's fine. Now we go to sphere, right? Sorry, we go to scope. If you're making scope visible, right? If you make scope visible, then both cube and sphere becomes visible. So I think in that scenario, we would have to only make the sphere visible and not to make the what was the thing called? Not to make the scope visible at this point.
Yeah, I have noted it down. I don't know. You might be
Yeah,
wrong and I might be wrong. I don't know.
therefore, I'm gonna try ask AI again. The world has visibility to invisible. Oh, what? Visible depth transform and then depth visible visibility invisible and depth transform and depth sphere and depth. What would you have to make visible to make sphere visible? Let's see. Mm.
I don't know about the concept for invisible and inherited, so
But
I
I know
might be
about the
wrong.
concept of invisibility for sure. but I'm just trying to figure out what went wrong because I think I did. Oh, I did not, but I did make scope visible, and I did not make. Okay, the question was only to make sphere visible. So I
That's
think
what
we
I'm
should.
saying.
Yes. Oh, so we should have went with X form and world and only sphere, not scope. Because then, if you make scope visible, the cube will get visible as well. Fuck. That
How do
was the
you make
question.
it? How do you make it visible if you are saying okay, scope is invisible? Then how will you make the cube sphere invisible?
By
Sphere
by
visible.
by, by throwing a property, visibility equal to visibility equal to true. Like wait,
But
visibility equal to
how will
negative.
you do that if scope is invisible? Then how can you override that?
Wait, can you override
If
if?
scope is invisible, then you need to make
Oh yes,
the
so then for scope is gonna be there. Cube was
bro.
it?
I'm right. Cube. You need to make cube invisible, and you need to make
But
scope
it does.
visible.
But it only okay. What was the question? I think the question talked about what are the prems you have to make the changes,
Yeah.
right? Okay, okay.
You
So then
see.
you, yes, yes, yes. So you change X form, you change world, and then you change cube. Oh, that was the question regarding changes. Oh,
But I don't know if I was right or wrong. I don't know. Customizing USD. I think customizing USD, I scored 83%. Wow. Understanding model kinds, generating new schema class. Oh, yes. Portless schema.
dude, native point instancing and point instancing, something like that. There was a question
I
regarding that.
know, yeah. That was
Oh.
easy, bro. That
What
was
was the
not
answer?
tough. I don't remember the question, but I remember that it was a easy question.
Oh.
Codeless schema, why better all.
I think I got this one correct because you already told me
Yeah,
from
I
that
think
video.
mine. I don't know the question. Like the options were very confusing, so I don't know if my answer was correct. Later, USDA versus USDC, which format to choose for. Mm, Yeah, this was one question. USDA versus USDC, which file format to choose? There was this question which said, there were three options and it said something, I don't know.
It said something.
I remember it was like choose USDC when dealing with geometric and animation data and use USDA. And then one option was choose USDA every time and choose USDC when debugging and something like that. There were three options like that, and I
I
think
see.
I might have gotten that wrong.
Mm. But dude, I think this is okay.
Mm. File
Okay, yes, because of scope, world, and cube. Fuck.
Yeah, was that right?
Yeah, bro. Scope, world, and cube would be the right. If you want to make changes, because the experiment
Mm-hmm.
directly, the experiment doesn't have any visibility attribute, then it's gonna.
Mm.
Fuck. That's fine. Fuck me. When does Leech open tomorrow? Bobby Leach. SU Leach.
I got fucked in data exchange, bro.
Do me too. That's why I got 54% in data exchange.
I got 56%. Conceptual data mapping.
6 a.m. until 9 p.m.
Oh, yes, there
Any?
was this question about USD CAT. And what was that question? Do you remember?
Oh yeah, I
The,
know. Remember,
the
USD
si-
CAD is the answer. Okay, so the question was, what are the things that you can do with USDC and USDA? So can you? So one of the option was, I guess, can you convert USDA to USDC using USD CAD? Can you convert USDA to USDC using USD CAD? And can you convert USDA to USDC using USD CAD? And the answer is yes, you can do USD CAT, USDA to
there was
USD.
one option was just by renaming.
Yes, yes. So that was incorrect.
But I did select USD CAT, bro, over there.
So how many? So there were two options.
Yeah, there were the two options for USD CAT. Both I
So
selected both of them.
you
Oh no,
selected both of them.
I think I selected. Oh yeah, I did not select USD CAT because I thought USD CAT just shows the
Same. I
answer
thought the
was
same.
USD CAT.
Yes, answer is USD CAT. I did check it as soon as the quiz was over. I did check it. The answer is USD CAT. But USD CAT does not convert USDA to USDZ. So that's incorrect. So if you selected both of them, that USDA to USDC is also converted from USD CAD, then you were
So
wrong.
what was the second right answer? Because it was multiple choice.
I do not recall what were the other options do we had.
Two options were to rename and two options were to choose USD CAT.
Yes, but to rename, there were multiple things that were getting renamed. So
USD
one of
to
the
USDC and USD to USD. USDA to USD.
no, one was USDA to USDC, USDA
And
to
one was
USD.
USDA to USD. Just dot USD.
Okay, using USD CAD.
Yeah. And the other two were not using USD CAT but just renaming it.
A to USD using USD CAD. I think we can definitely do that. Hmm. Yes, brother, we can, bro. Both of them were USD CAD only. Fuck,
Bro.
fuck the ass, fuck the ass.
Yeah, it was part of data exchange. USD tool set over here. See USD CAT.
USD checker. Fuck.
Mm, USD tool set. Damn.
We had exam guides and everything. We did not went through the exam guide
Bro,
thoroughly.
I was thinking the same thing. I think what we fucked up was we didn't use these links. We should have done these links first.
Yeah.
We fucking did all the bullshit. I'm gonna
Dude,
ask.
fine. I was telling you to like we can if you want to just pass the exam, we should just focus on passing, but you're like, no, we have to understand it for long term. I'm like, okay.
What did you say? Shut the
I was
fuck
like,
up, bro. You did not say anything useful, anything
I
like
just said
this.
that. I just
Shut
said that
the
we should only
fuck
focus
up.
on. We should only focus on the exam, right? And not
So
to go through each
what
and every thing.
yeah, so oh okay.
You,
Your approach was to fucking generate questions or based on those fucking Claude code things and just do that to see, like, just
dude,
reference those questions in the fucking quiz.
bro, you are like, no,
Shut the fuck up,
I want to
bro.
give mock, I want to give mock quiz. I want to give mock quiz. I'm like, okay, that is the only solution I have right now.
Whatever. No point crying over spilt milk. Encoding stage up acts. Oh yes, there was this question. Cone one is set up axis to y. Cone two is set up axis to z. They are referenced in a layer where the up axis is z, and the options were cone 1 will be oriented y and cone 2 oriented z. Do you remember this question?
Yeah, I do remember this question, and I think the answer was Z. Both cone would be oriented Z on the Z axis because their local opinion was Z, and the default was also set to Z in the final file.
I selected the wrong answer then. I selected cone 1 would be y up and cone 2 would
No,
be
dude, like
z.
I was gonna go with that, but for both of them, if you would look at their local opinion in their reference file, they were getting set to Z eventually, and even in the final file, the default was set to Z as well. And in the default file as well, there was a local opinion that was getting setting it to Z. So eventually, both of them would set to Z only. Time flies.
Okay, USD property get namespace, extent hint, extent attribute. USD file format certification, maximizing USD performance.
Oh yeah, there was a question regarding performance as well.
What was it?
I don't remember, but there was some question in the in the there were some options that, for a question, but I think that were wrong for that question. But definitely there was something related to it. I'm not recalling it thoroughly.
Hmm.
Life is like this, and I like this.
I
Getting
don't
shoved in
like that.
my, getting shoved in my ass like this.
We got fraud checked today.
Getting shoved in my ass.
Kishan would be like, these motherfuckers spent so much time.
And even got less than me.
I don't think he ever shared the score.
He did share. I think it was 75%.
No, bro, he never shared the score.
Oh, okay. I'm hallucinating.
Compute extent from plugins, get extent attribute.
I'm getting get AWS certification free. Complete guide.
Do it, bro.
No, brother.
Wow, can you hear that?
Yes.
Punjabi music. मुंडिया तू बच के रही. मुंडिया तू बच के रही मुंडिया तू बच के रही. What was the mhm. Okay, next was data modeling, which I got fucked in. Data exchange, data modeling, and pipeline. Time sampled animation, time code, layer offset, list editing, frame various, reverse clean animation, maximizing image performance,
Ugh.
allocate. Oh yeah, there was a question which I think I did right. Which payload changes are heavyweight, changing reference files. I don't know what was the other option, but this was a question. Basic data type, Gaussian proposals, pre-animation, API, basic data type, description provided by SDF, scene description provided by SDF, encoding. Oh yeah, there was a question saying some data type should be Boolean or something. I don't remember what was that question.
No, I do not recall this
I
question.
mean, the option was Boolean and array and struct or something like that.
The answer was array.
Array, struct, token, I
So the
think.
question was regarding when you doing a pipe, when you're getting data from a source, in what format would you get the data? That was the question. So struct would be the it was namespace prefix. It was namespace fix attributes. I think the answer was namespace fix attributes. If you're talking about like that question, it was in from pipeline development that if you're bringing a structured object data, something like that, how would you load it into USD?
Fuck me. Oh, fuck.
So the answer was namespace attribute prefixes, because that will help you to group the structs accordingly, or a group of properties or attributes that you're getting from that obj file. It is from the pipeline development. I do recall it thoroughly. Bebo, 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 bebo.
What was the question? What did you say?
So you're trying to bring group attributes from an obj file. How would you contextual map it? And there was a question for contextual mapping as well. What are contextual mapping used for? And the options were used. Contextual mapping are used for documentation
How would you
of a,
contextual map it? I don't think this was the question, bro.
yeah.
I
How would you
think
how would you contextual map in OpenUSD? Yes, that was the
I
question. This was a question similar to it, because it was asking you have data in OBJ or some kind of format, and how would you map it into USD? The answer was namespace prefixes, like by grouping them into that organization, like with the different names like temperature, humidity, like that.
I don't know if this was a question.
Yeah. And there was another question: what is contextual mapping used for? Like, is it used for documentation
Oh
or something like that?
yes,
Yeah. I think in 15 days they will change the quiz. Basically, that's
obviously,
what. Yeah, they will do.
but we are gonna change our approach as well.
Yeah.
Debugging and troubleshooting. Let's code 71. Oh, I think this draw mode, right? This was the question, right? USD Geom model API or draw mode or
Where is it
something.
wrong?
Look at
Where is it?
this. Look at this.
Oh wait, I'm
Wait, look at
looking.
my screen.
Oh yes, 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 yes.
Draw modes,
More phase bounding of the replaced trim bounds.
model draw mode, model hierarchy instance, sorry, USD Geom model API. Was this an option?
The options were volume,
Extent, USD volume wall extent, and then shading material binding one, and then I don't. USD Geo model API was not an option, right?
no, they
I
were.
would
It
have
was geo
remembered.
model mesh API. It was mesh related to something. It was mesh.
Hmm. Bro, do you remember there was one of the options for tessellating or something?
Yes, yes, yes,
What was the
yes.
question for that?
fucking question? I do not recall the question. I just only recall that tessellating keyword.
I selected that answer and I think I might be wrong.
Yeah, same, same. But I think I did not went with that answer because there was another option available, and I went with that. But what is tessellating first of all? Let
I
me
do
check that.
remember looking it up. I don't remember what was the question.
What is tessellation? Tessellation is the process of covering a surface completely with repeated shapes so that there are no gaps and overlaps. In math graphic, it's essentially tiling a plane or surface. Fuck. This time it's gonna make a super quiz, super cheat sheet. Fuck. Covering each and every fucking thing. And nothing is lost.
There was the question when debugging, we need to first look at the layer for the local opinion for the look at the local opinion value resolved or something like that. Inspecting what thing about maximizing USD tools. I was gonna buy UFC 6 bro today, but now no more.
Mm.
Another $200 for the certification.
Yes, brother.
Should we rebook it right now?
Yeah, we can. But now I'm gonna wait for my credit card statement to change first. Or I'm not gonna book it right now. But I know what date should we go for 26th. We should go for 26th of next month again. Strike hard, and by the time we would have completed a sample project as well, and we will have more hands-on.
Mm,
Like Ash.
mm. Right, pipeline development. SDFY opinions from one layer resolve issue related to asset management. Understand what call. Document asset structure guideline. Explain trade off between USD and some importer exporter question was there as well.
Yes. But it was related to what was standalone. What is standalone converter used for? Yes,
That
what
I
is
think was question was right for me, and I
yeah,
don't
for
think it
me.
was a question.
It was a question, but there were options related to it.
Difference between sublayer and references. Oh yeah, there was this question: which light will mimic the sun and sun rays? You remember this? Yo,
Distance light.
distant light.
Yes,
Yeah, even I
distant light.
selected that question.
Yes, but that is the correct answer because it was talking about the direction and what axis and about the axis. So the answer would be distant light as well. That was a clean answer.
I feel like it might have been wrong because I selected that, but
Dude, I'm telling you again and again. There might be a scenario that with the questions that we know for sure are correct, might be wrong. But this one is definitely correct, dude. I do recall it because I have studied it thoroughly. I did went through the OpenUSD documentation and it is written over there. If you want to look, if you want to look, you can look it right now as well. But I know for sure that is correct. Distant light is the answer for that.
visualization was fucked as well. But I scored 63 in visualization.
Hmm.
Okay, I think that's pretty much what I can recall from the exam. I think these are what, 22 points or something. It's international. So what do you want to start right now?
I don't know.
Huh?
Huh?
We what we can do is this. I think like let's start with the weakest part for us, which is data exchange,
Mm-hmm.
and we can go through all the course. No, not course reference. Tutorial? What is tutorial? Open USB traversing the stage. Bruh. Certification is not easy at all.
Sorry.
Or are we dumb? Is the certification hard or we are fadoo?
Hmm.
Hmm. What do you want to do, bro?
Whatever you say, bro.
You want to start from tomorrow or
You know what we can do? We can just do one topic at today. Like, which one do you want to go with? Just tell me that. I'm fine with anything. Like if
hmm.
since we started our stream and have went through everything, let's do one topic and then we can end the stream. Let's cover at least something.
So let's do this then. Tutorial converting material for conceptual data.
Like we can just start from, yeah, let's start from conceptual data mapping. We'll just do that today.
Bro, they asked questions from this as well
Yes, brother. Conceptual data mapping.
on Omniverse.
Yes.
And this fucking bitches. They should have told us, but they
Dude,
did.
that's why the exam guide is over there.
That is true. That is true.
The document
Bro,
name
but
is.
in the fucking streams, they always talk about okay, do the Learn OpenUSD module, and you'll pass.
But in that Learn OpenUSD module, you also have that, like in a Learn OpenUSD module, you have those hyperlinks. So I think they are saying this cover every fucking thing that you can.
Ah.
Is a type of, okay, let's do it. What is a conceptual data mapping document? A conceptual data mapping document is a type of data specification that helps the developers reason about data translation choices when mapping between OpenUSD and another data format. Okay. A document enables effective disclosure when asking for feedback from OpenUSD community. It helps quantify the types of features that can be supported between two formats, and it can bring to light data mapping gaps that could be good candidates for new schema. The document also serves as a software design document for data mapping and implementation. Oh, it was software design documentation. Yeah, I think this was the thing that I got wrong, I guess. Teams benefit from using it early to communicate USD export and import requirements and expectation before any coding begins. By reaching an understanding and an agreement before implementation, it can save costly iterations and confusion during implementation. While both official and unofficial implementation are allowed to deviate from conceptual data mapping documenting these deviation in reference to the conceptual data mapping fosters a shared understanding among stakeholders. A conceptual data mapping is a living document. Stakeholders should strive to keep the conceptual data mapping document up to date with changes to the source data format, changes to OpenUSD, and changes to an official data mapping implementation.
why is everything in a hyperlink, bro? They don't. Why the fuck?
To help developers create their own conceptual data mapping, we provide some best practices and resources to get started. General guidance for creating a conceptual data mapping. In this section, you will find essential and best practices, crafting an effective concept data mapping document, a conceptual data mapping template. This section presents a structured template that developers can copy to create their own data mapping document. The template serves as a starting point, predefines actions, and prompts to guide you through the process of documenting your data mapping choices and strategies. A brief example: mapping document for GLTF to further illustrate how to adapt the template and apply its practice. Oh, material X concept empty. Dude, there was some question related to empty connect as well. I do not recall.
Hmm. General conceptual data mapping guidance document versioning the conceptual data mapping is a living document that should serve as a single source of truth for stakeholders. The document should be kept up to date with changes to the source data format, OpenUSD, and official data mapping implementation. Oh yeah, there was one question which had legibility, modularity, and navigability as options. Do you remember?
Oh
I think
yeah,
this
yeah.
was.
Only the only incorrect option was the compressibility and the first one materials or something like that. So
Hmm.
that was something that you already told me from the quiz, right? That compressibility won't be an answer at any point. So that was
Yeah.
definitely correct for sure.
Hmm. I think this is where the question came from.
Mm.
Principles for scalable asset structure. Legibility, modularity, performance, navigability. Bruh. This is not fucking wow. I think we have to do a lot of shit, bro. This is all in Omniverse USD, bro. This is nothing is in Learn Open USD. Everything over here is in Omniverse.
Mm. Dude, you remember there was a component regarding subcomponents. You have components and subcomponents.
Yeah,
Which one
yeah.
did
I think
the component
the
and subcomponent?
oh, the wrong option was component, and then there was component under component, and then there was one more wrong option. The rest of them were correct.
Yeah.
That question I think was right for me. I think that should have been right. I did not mark it for review.
Hmm.
You know what happened? My fucking like that application quit on itself,
Mm.
and I fucking and I just had like 2 minutes left.
Oh.
And I was panicking, bro. I almost got into a panic that, oh my fucking god, I have to give the fucking exam again.
Mm.
But I anyway have to give the exam again.
Yeah, dude. For some reason, I knew that okay, this quiz is not gonna make it at some point. I figured it out, and I was just giving it a try that because I had flagged the questions. that might be wrong. And it was more than 14 or 15. So I was like, okay, I
Yeah,
hope
I
it's around.
flagged almost 28 questions.
Yeah, so I was like, fuck yeah, I think I'm not gonna make it.
Alright, bro. I think what I will do is ask Cloud Code to fetch all the links over here, and then we'll start studying just like we did for the rest of the Learn OpenUSD again, one more time. Scars make the man.
Yes.
If God wants me to have it, I will take it.
Yes, brother. Yes.
Have you not heard that quote by India Chaporia? If God destroys my plans,
Okay, brother. Okay, that's it. Enough for the enough for the day. Enough for the day, I think.
if God destroys my plans, then maybe my plans would destroy me.
For sure, brother. And God wanted to destroy a plan of getting open user certification, brother. For
Maybe
sure.
we are
Yeah.
not. Maybe we did not deserve it
Okay,
yet.
brother. Okay, that's it. That's it. I think that's enough for today's motivation.
We did not deserve it yet, bro.
Possible. Working season production order but going on current practical go on noting and
Hmm. I'll end the stream.
okay.
That's it for today, bro. Studying OpenUSD. Hmm.